just going to be checking with you all that am I audible? Are you able to hear me? Just let me know. Uh, how is my voice? Am I able to clearly articulate? Are you able to see me very well? Yeah, I'm visible very well, but still it's nice to check. I'm just going to check if there is any confirmation coming in. That's yeah, I could see myself on live. Yes. Okay. So so first of all, good morning everybody and namaste to one and all. And it has been such a long time that I was not live on Tawmitram platform, but let me assure you, we've been doing a lot of back-end work and we aim at creating mental health awareness across the globe at no cost with this journey, and the journey continues. Also like to thank you for your unconditional love and support that has been the strength and some sort of vitamin and minerals for Tawmitram. So please do keep showering your blessings. We have a long way to go. And this particular day, happy International Women's Day to all the lovely women across the globe. You bring strength, joy, happiness, and not just in life of your family, but also in the whole universe and society at large. So every year, 8 March, we celebrate International Women's Day, the day to express your gratitude, our gratitude towards you for the love, respect, and saluting your hard work and unconditional efforts, sacrifices that you've been doing for years, and supporting people and your loved ones. So today at Tawmitram, we're going to be meeting 4 wonderful and amazing women who are sharing their inspiring journey with us. And at the same time, they will also be sharing about their contribution, their journey in the field of mental health. So as we move ahead, let me invite to you our first guest on the panel. And I have with me, hey, Shraddha Neeraj. Good morning to you, Shraddha.
Good morning, Dr. Paris. How are you doing?
Paris. I'm good, Shraddha. Yes. And so first of all, happy Women's Day to you, Shraddha. And
thank you so much.
And also let me talk a little bit about Shraddha and with a rich background and experience she comes with. So Shraddha is a chartered financial accountant by qualification and have had a very good career in finance and equity markets. She always has had a flair of business acumen and ventured into full-time entrepreneurship, which involved business development, brand building, sales, and marketing. Her journey too was a roller coaster. She hit the lowest point in life where relationships, finances, self-confidence, health were severely stressed. And that is where she got introduced to the power of gratitude. Yeah, it's a very big word, but I'm sure she could help us to simplify it. What does that mean to you and I in our day-to-day life? And a journey of self-discovery began from there. She's currently mentoring and coaching people on how to build attitude of gratitude in life through her brand, Thrive with Shraddha Neeraj. So first of all, welcome to you, Shraddha, and it's such an honor to talk to you about this wonderful practice of gratitude on this International Women's Day. So how are you feeling this morning, first of all, Shraddha?
Thank you so much. I'm feeling really excited to meet all your viewers, participants here, and to speak to them, to talk to them, to spread this knowledge of gratitude. It's a beautiful vibe today morning, since it's a Women Day. Everywhere, on every wall of social media, I see women's being appreciated, being wished. So it's a wonderful wonderful Monday morning. Hi, Shalaka. Hi, Ekta. We have a lot of people joining in, so it's quite interesting to
Yes,
see them wishing and talking to us. So it's really great.
absolutely. So, so let us begin our journey today. I would like to first bring in something which I think most of us, we all do not talk about this topic about grief and death. Or, maybe we know that's the truly existential part of a life. We are born, and we will eventually we perish, and a lot of people fear about this part, uh, and people run away or people do not want to face. And I remember, sure, there was a time when last year, I think in October, we had this mental health matters, and we invited you. And I remember there was a death in your family. I believe that uh, that
Yeah, my father.
you lost your father. Yeah, it was a little difficult for me to even voice out, and you still managed to this so traumatic thing. And I remember you talking to Ekta about gratitude, and then you came in. So just to have your thoughts. What couraged you to come and be with us and spread the thoughts? So what was going back of your mind? Just want to probably hear from you.
Okay, so I will give you a little backdrop on what really happened. It was a very surprising thing for all of us in our family. Uh, a night prior, I spoke to my father, and he was telling me that he was a little unwell. He was not feeling too good, so, which is normally the case because he had certain health related issues. But all of us were unaware what was in store for us next morning. And in the morning, I got a call from my mom saying that he is just not too keeping well. We got to rush to the hospital. It just happened. Uh, just excuse me. It just happened in a span of 30 minutes, and it was really difficult for all of us to accept that fact that after 30 minutes, or maybe in the morning, it happened at around 8:15 to 8:45 was the time where he was really going through a massive heart attack. We were taking him to the hospital, but it was it was really difficult. He couldn't even manage to reach the hospital. And for us, um, at 9 o'clock, we all were wondering as to just what happened. It was not a very easy time for us because it came all of a sudden. But I'll tell you, the person who really helped me here was my mom. She has been somebody who's been the strength of our family. She's the one who actually helped me understand that either we can uh, it's something, the loss is something which cannot be replaced. It's an irreplaceable loss. But either we can remember him with a smile, or we can remember him with a tear. And that was the moment when I chose that I will never remember my father with a tear in my eyes. I will always remember him with a heart full of gratitude for everything that I am today. Is only because of him and my mom. Now, again, dealing with this has been quite tough. But like I said, that gratitude has something which has really helped me in all walks of my life, from the time when I was at the lowest point of my life. At that point of time, the good and the best part was my family was all around me. I had everybody with me, including my parents. And that's when I developed this attitude of being grateful for everything that I have, and using this attitude to overcome grief as well for the loss of my father. So I each time that I could remember him, I would rather going into a zone that now he's not going to be there. So most of the time what happens is, when we lose somebody who's really close to us, we tend to go back and think as if, okay, now next this event he's not going to be there with us. For this next event or this particular place where we are going to travel, he is not going to be there with us, which brings a lot of pain. Okay. And it does not help us in actually moving out, in the sense living the life in the present moment, which is very important. We are living in future when we say that, he's not going to be within the next event of my family. Say, if my birthday is coming up, now my father's not going to be with me in my next birthday. Now this thought is really causing me pain inside. It does not bring me the power of, or it does not make me feel grateful. So what I did to overcome this grief was to think about every birthday that I celebrated with him. So that is where, my pain was less. My pain was overshadowed with the happy feelings that I had from all the moments that I had with my father, which is where it's easy for me to carry on with my life. Because this is what also my mom explained me, that uh, life continues. People come, people go. Despite he is my father and he is a husband to her, she's been really strong. She's been accepting this fact that our life will continue. He is no more with us, but our life will continue. Either we can make this life more worthwhile, or we can make it more painful. And that's when, we all as a family, we decided that we are not going to remember him in pain. We're going to remember him with heart full of gratitude, and with all the love that he showered upon us all these years. So this attitude basically helped me to overcome my grief. It's a loss that can never be, you know filled in my life. But yes, I am not really living in the past or in the future saying that he's not there and this I am losing out, or he's not there, this I'm not going to do with him. I'm actually enjoying every moment that I had spent with him, remembering those moments and giving gratitude that I had such a wonderful father who really really helped me live a better life. So that's how I deal with it, and that's how I think gratitude really helps in dealing grief. Otherwise we're filled with a world where each one of us is in pain and wants to inflict pain unknowingly, on each other.
True. That's very profound, Shraddha, because you're just not sharing a concept, but you've experienced it, and you have actually sharing about your application of how do we apply gratitude when we are at the lowest part of life, when we say there is so much of pain of a loss. So yeah, so I first of all, a lot of warm hugs to you and your family and to your mom, because I think looks like it is a lot of learnings coming from there about how to instill gratitude. And I'm very curious now to check with you, like gratitude is an attitude. So how do we instill this? How can people who are watching us today, Shraddha, could actually have this thoughts that, hey, this can be an attitude, because you said that there could be choice of to be in pain, inflict more pain, because we keep remembering or what is not with us or what is with us. So, and it's very difficult. I do not know, even because when I witnessed loss, it took me a good amount of time of a lot of grief process that I went through, and I was introduced to gratitude eventually, and it did help me. But maybe I would like to hear from you. What is your thought about how do we get gratitude as an attitude to have a choice of living in a better space, mental space, or yeah? So just curious to check your thoughts.
Okay. So, firstly, I would really want to highlight this one fact that, we're surrounded with people, and with these people have impact over us. Now, Let's accept this fact that 80 to 90% people that we interact with either complain or grip or have an attitude which is, I would say, not so positive. This one thing is what we need to change, because this is a natural state right now around us. We tend to also flow in the same state. To break the state, it requires a certain amount of awareness about what's going around you, and also awareness about what are your thoughts. So as an attitude, to build an attitude, it's not going to happen in a day or two. It's going to take you a certain amount of time and a consistent practice to build an attitude, right? So like most like most of us are being taught when we were really young that we should not lie, we should help people, and it's been kind of drilled in our head right since childhood that we should do this, we should do this, we should do this. You got to respect your elders. All the values that we have inside us are are not something which our parents accidentally taught us, but it was consciously drilled in our minds. Now that is where constant drilling of it every day makes it as an attitude. It becomes our attitude eventually over a period of time. We practice it every day. The same thing is for gratitude. We have to be we have to be very aware. Okay, I will again take 2 more minutes to explain a little more detail on this front. Is that we are currently like a sheet of paper, like a newspaper. Let me put it out like that. Newspaper which has got a lot of material content written on it. Now if I want to write something over the same newspaper, I can write it, but it won't be highlighted or it won't be legitimate, right? For me to read something new that I write on that paper, either I will have to erase what is already there. I will have to first remove that, clear the paper, and then again write over it so that it's legitimate and people can read it, right? So that's the whole that's how we are basically right now. I carry a conditioning of more than 30 years with me in my mind. It's like that paper which is already written, correct? Now I have to erase this conditioning and then rewrite the new conditioning of gratitude on my mind. So it is erasing something will also take certain amount of time. It is not going to happen overnight. It will need you to be aware that I need to erase this off. So it's a consistent process which you have to do. You have to build your own new self by identify being in the moment first. That's the first thing. Right now when I'm here with you, I'm here in what I'm talking about. I'm not going to think about what's going to happen after half an hour or maybe tomorrow or maybe after 1 month. And nor am I thinking how was my yesterday evening or how was my yesterday, right? I'm thinking I'm just here. Similarly, to build an attitude of gratitude, we will have to be in the moment and identify things which we can be grateful for. Trust me, there are thousands of things we can be grateful for, but it's just that we choose to see things which are not going the way we want, and we start kind of complaining about it. It's that simple. Like we are breathing. If you can't find anything good in your situation, I think you can always give thanks that you're breathing, you're alive. There are people
Absolutely.
who are there are people who are fighting, somewhere in the world. They're fighting for that one breath that we are taking so easily. So so it's an attitude. This is how every day, when we are aware of what we have, what is a blessing that we have been given, it's you will what will slowly happen is it becomes a practice. Your mind will then look at identifying only good things. Say you're stuck in traffic jam. Okay, most of the time, or maybe before I started the practice of gratitude, I used to be complaining, saying that my god, living in a city like Bombay is so painful. Every evening there is so much of traffic, and it's like I think this is not going to go down. It's going to, and that yapping keeps on going on. Now what I do is I just sit in the car, I put on my radio, I listen to that music. I'm like, wow, this is such a wonderful time. I am able to enjoy the music to myself. So
Wow.
it's I'm not really acknowledging what is not going right. Instead, I'm acknowledging what I can do here in this moment, which is best for me. And this will happen only because I've been practicing this for more than 5 years now, so it's become more of a natural state to me. In this 5 years, I have been kind of constantly trying to find out good things around me. What are the good things that I can highlight about my life or people around me, right? It will eventually happen to you when you start doing it on an everyday basis. It's not going to be like the day one you're going to find everything good. You are going to have your flips, you will find something good, you'll find something bad, you'll find something good, but you have to start somewhere, is what I suggest.
Wow, such a profound learnings. You simplified it, Shraddha, and I think what I could make meanings to this, I could catch a couple of things in your conversation was that in order to have gratitude as an attitude, as a way of life, is more to be in the moment, not thinking about the past and the future or about yesterday, but be in the moment. And second thing is you talk about action. What can I do now? And I think that's something which gets paralyzed the moment we get chained with our past tense or our future anxieties about life. And yes, a lot of gratitude because we've come out from 2020 and we moved to 21, and there's a lot of gratitude required for us to install in order for us to move on in life. And things, what can I do? So you're instilling a lot of hope and courage to the audience, what I could see, and from your content that you're speaking helps me to learn a lot about that. If if you make peace with the present, it helps you to move on. And I think that move on is the is the crux of something which is very difficult for many people. Yeah. So just taking the conversation, ahead, how gratitude, Shraddha, can support mental health and mental well-being. What are your thoughts on the same?
Okay, so this gratitude is something which can help you stay happy. It can it not only can help you on your emotional level, but if you are grateful as a person, it will change every aspect of your life, from your obviously mental well-being to your physical well-being to your social well-being or your social connects to your career growth, everything. Gratitude has a power to transform everything, beginning with your mental health. Because mentally, when you're, like I just mentioned, you are here in this moment. I'm happy, I'm alive, I'm happy. I live in a city like Bombay, the which is the heart of financial services in country like India. It's one of the most bustling city, growing city. I feel so happy. I don't feel any resentment towards the city, right? And internally I'm happy. I feel good to be here. So basically you start feeling happy. Wherever you are, you start being happy. This can also apply to your relationships. Like there are people who find a lot of issues with their spouse or with the laws, in-laws or parents. The issue is that you're not identifying the good part about them. Everybody has some amount of good and bad, or people don't behave the way you expect them to behave, but there is always something good about them that you can identify. And the moment you start doing that, what happens is you internally are not having any kind of negative feelings towards the person or a place or an event or a situation. You are at a peace with yourself. When you are at peace with yourself, your internal world is what defines your external world. So you just change everything around you. I would really request people who are here to follow this for at least 21 days. This one tip that I'm sharing with you guys: every day morning when you wake up, okay, don't even get up and brush your teeth, just sit in your bed and find out 5 things to be grateful for. Okay. And at the end of the day, when you're about to hit your bed, just again take 5 minutes to find out 5 things to be grateful for, with true feeling from your heart. Like, I'll take one more minute to explain this because it's really helpful. It will really help people to build a happy mindset. uh, say you say you don't have a plush 3 bhk or a 4 bhk, but you have a 1 bhk. So at the end of the day, when you're about to sleep, just feel grateful that you have a house to stay. There are so many people in the world who don't have a place called home. They sleep on streets or they sleep somewhere which is not their home. And at least you are the one person who has that place called as home where you can come back. So even if this one small feeling of having a home, you can just give gratitude to that and go to sleep. And when you wake up in the morning, you can give, this is what I do and I personally recommend everybody to do it, is that just give thanks that you're alive today, you have woken up. Across world, this interesting fact that I'm sharing with you is 4% of people across world don't see the next day. They are not alive. They somewhere pass away in their sleep. 4% on the entire globe. And if you have woken up this morning, you are blessed. You are somebody who's really blessed to see a new day filled with opportunities. And if you start your day with such a beautiful thought, I'm sure your whole day will go so amazing that you will see a difference. And this two small 5 minutes activity, I want you guys to do it for next 21 days, and you will see shifts happening in your life. So that's the power, how this is how we can build our mental wellness, or maybe we can be more happy when we start identifying good things in our life.
Wow. I think there are a lot of people been sharing a lot of positive stroking to you, positive appreciation about this wonderful tips on your journey. So maybe I'm also conscious about the time that we have and you have and the viewers have. So maybe the question that I have for you, the last question is on this Women's Day, what is that one message or a quote that you would like to share on this platform for all the viewers who are listening to you today?
Okay, so this is something that I truly believe, and it's my quote for everything that I do, is that I believe in the universe, and there is no flaw in the master plan. So if you are going through something, either good or bad, it's a part of your master plan. It has come to help you, to build you, not to break you. So take it in with full confidence. Whatever is coming in, just face it, and you will see a sun shining brighter the next day. So that's all I have to share with you guys. And happy Women's Day to everyone here, every woman here. More power to you, to be more happy, to bring a difference in the society.
Yeah. And also, I would like to share with the audience that I way back got introduced to the concept of Ho'oponopono, the prayer of Ho'oponopono. I felt it really helped me because I come from the learnings of mindfulness and Buddhism. So I kept learning in my philosophy days, and I really loved that. And I found this prayer. I'm sure everybody, I'm sure Shraddha, you're aware about this. Just want to endorse it in today's gratitude session, that it follows this four-step process, which starts with the this prayer of starting with repentance, which is called I'm sorry. It goes with asking for forgiveness, that please forgive me. Then sharing gratitude of thanking for this wonderful life, wonderful breath, wonderful moments that I have it in my life, because this moment is not going to come back, come what may. And the last one is I love you. I love myself. I love you as a person, to the universe, to people whom you're finding it difficult to deal with. So these are the different ways we could look at having gratitude. And before we could also move towards a closure, I would like to first thank Shraddha for coming here and joining us today. It is such a lovely learnings to have this morning, and for all the men and women, of the power of gratitude, the potency of gratitude. So that really helps us to grow and see 2021 in a much better space. And for the audience, if you haven't signed up for My Mental Health, My Priority campaign, you can register on our website. There is a link which is given here, which is www.tavamitram.org/certification. Or you can just go to the website and you can find that. Now we have made this available not only in English but also in Hindi. So we want to reach every person. We have an aim to reach 5 million people in 5 years, and we have crossed more than 7,000 registration in the past 8 months. So I'm sure it is helpful. You can also join us if you want to join, be a part of Tavamitram community. You can join us as a global digital volunteer. I'm just sharing the details. You can log into our website and fill in the detail form. In case if you have any question to me or to Tavamitram, please write. You can email it to info@tavamitram.org, or the same website, drparas@tavamitram.org. So thank you, Shraddha, for your such a valuable time, and we really appreciate your efforts in helping Tavamitram to raise mental health awareness. And stay tuned with Shraddha again. We're going to be meeting her on Insta live in some time. So Shraddha, I'm going to catch up with you again in another half an hour's time to see you on Insta, and this Insta audience is also waiting for you. So
Yes.
thank you and namaste to you. Have a wonderful and pleasant time ahead, and happy Women's Day to you once again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you once again, Shraddha. Bye bye.